everyone, Pot Sam. Welcome to another At the Bench video. Everyone's keeping well. Stick around and we're going to have a look through what I've been working on lately. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the little bell notifications, get notified of all our latest videos. Click the like button and leave a comment. I do read and reply to all the comments and appreciate everybody that takes the time to leave a comment on the channel. And of course, if you scroll up in the description, there's a link to a big long list of all the items I use in my videos. So if you see anything, you should be able to find it in there. Hey everyone, Pot Sam. Welcome to the bench update. It's been 5 weeks since I last did one. It's been quite a while. My mojo has been in an all-time low. My own feeling, I guess, has been low as well. It's not been a good month at all. But we're pushing forward. I'm going to move on from that with a few things that we're going to change a little bit. We've said this before, we've been here exactly the same before. Before we get into all that crap, we'll have a little chat about what I've been building and ruining, and then we'll have a little bit of chat about what's going on, what's going to happen in the future, and so on and so forth. So, we finished the Megatron Ryefield Challenger. That was a great kit, nice video build, pulled it back for some terrible weathering that it did. I think we saved it at the end. It made a nice video build. It's a great kit and an awesome piece of armour. I bought a nice display case for it. You can just see up there on my shelf, right there. There it is, there. Because it won't fit in the display case, it's too big. It just will not go in there. So yeah, it's a nice video build out on the channel. If you want to go back and watch it, and I highly recommend the kit, but not to a first-time builder. It's quite a complicated build, and it's challenging in places. So yeah, so I've got some notes. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen of the build, and we'll have a bit of chat of what we did. So it was built out of the box. We primed it in UMP Black Primer. We base painted in AK Real Colours NATO Green, which I will admit, somebody told me it was too light a green, and they're probably right, but I don't really care. I said this before. It should be a darker tone, but it is what it is. I'm happy with the colour, and that's all that matters. I modulated it using a lighter and darker tone to the base colour. The kit tracks we primed in Tamiya Red Oxide Primer, decanted out of the spray can. They were then painted with Tamiya LP54, which is the dark iron colour. There we go, to have a quick look for you. A bit rusty on this because it's been so long since I spoke about it. All the paints I think was spray for the UMP Apex, be 18 PSI, 0.35 needle. We gave it an oil pin wash and some oiled off fading as well. We used some UMP washers airbrushed on for dust effects, and pigments we used elsewhere for other dust effects as well. We did also use some live colour weathering sets, which looked absolutely awful. So they've been moved on. They are now with a new owner. And I managed to have to sit there and take it all back off with a removal liquid that comes with the kit. So live colour, not a big fan of the weathering set. I like the rust and dust, that works quite well. But the other ones, yeah, I'm going to avoid and stick to my old school weathering products. So happy with that, it came out well. Nice piece of armour. We then moved on to a T55 buddy build. Thanks, Norman. Which I think nearly everybody that picked these kits, which is the mini R kits, they're up there. Mine's back on the shelf. I opened mine up, looked in the box and thought, nah, I ain't building that at the minute. There's like 60 odd sprues in there. It was mental. I didn't have the space because I'm committed to video builds and things like that. I thought we'll get back to that later date. But the group build's still going until November, I think. So if you want to take part, don't pick a mini R kit, pick something a bit simpler and enjoy. There's a few people have finished. A few people are still taking part. Bless him, Al is still battling along with his mini R kit, and fair play to Al for that. Well done, mate. Yes, so we're not going to be building that mini R kit just yet. I did contemplate getting rid of it, and thought, no, let's stick with it. Let's see what we can do at a later date. I've got full tracks for it. I don't want to give up on another kit. So with that, I thought, right, just done a tank. Let's do a car video build. So I picked the Ford GT Mustang, GT4 Mustang. It's up there, that's why I'm looking. And I thought, right, let's find a nice scheme for us. So I found the Volt bright green scheme for it. Ordered some decals from Indicals. Started the video build. I've got the start of it on video. It's all there, ready to go. They came to the decals. The decals were awful. Absolutely terrible. They split. Looked not very well printed, in my opinion. And as awful as the decals were, I'm not going to lie, the customer service isn't great over at IndyCars. And I've had a discussion with the owner who got quite aggressive with me and even quoted somebody swearing at me that I'd off them up by using too much decal solution. I think after all these cars I've decaled over the years, I got a pretty good idea of how to decal. But anyway, that's by the by. He said he wouldn't refund me, threatened me with his lawyer or wherever it was, brother, attorney, brother-in-law or brother, wherever it was. And I said, fine, keep the money, don't worry about it. I'll give you a review on YouTube. Wasn't a threat. I never said a bad review. And eventually he refunded me. Now, if you want to exchange them, fine. He would have sent me a new set out straight away, and I'll give them that. That's fine. But I didn't want a new set because they would have done the same, or they would have looked terrible. They weren't great. Luckily, Blue Stuff is bringing out a set of decals. They've been delayed, so we will get that video build done. It's up there. It's all painted. Beautiful, bright green. It was ready to go. So as soon as we get those, we'll crack on with that video build and get that out because it looks a very pretty car and a very cool scheme. So yeah, buyer beware. Take your own chances there. So after the Vault scheme going bottom up, I thought, right, let's build a newish Tamiya Honda NSX, which is a beautiful kit. Really enjoy building it. We're up to part 3. That's all filmed. It's all uploaded on my iMac, ready to edit and voice over. And hopefully we'll get that out Monday or Tuesday. The next part that'll be out. So it's all painted 2Ks. I put some pictures up if I remember. It's looking absolutely stunning. Beautiful deep red. This is completely out the airbrush. I haven't even touched it. There's a few spots of dust in there, but we'll get those out with polishing. The interior I did in a tan brown, dark brown colour. It looks lovely. We did gloss black wheels. And again, I test fitted it all yesterday to check what it looked like. And I'm very happy. It looks really cool. And once we get it all together, it's going to make a beautiful kit. So the NSX has gone well. Thank God. I then thought, right, brand new kit out. Tamiya's brand new 1000 RRR Fireblade. I reviewed it. Looks a lovely kit. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a video build of it. I was getting the inspiration back to get back to the RC213 video build we started last year. I even bought some of the decals for a different scheme, so it could spur me along a little bit. I thought, let's get the Fireblade done, 3 or 4 parts. Let's get it out there quick, and then we'll go back to the other bike and hope to have a bit of renewed interest in it. Anything and everything about that kit went wrong. Not the kit's fault. The kit is beautiful. Typical Tamiya engineering. Typical Tamiya bike. Beautiful. The primer job went okay. The primer went great. The paint went absolutely awful. I stripped it 3 times for the paint. The decals tore on me. My fault, not the decals. I even had a spare set of decals very kindly sent to me by Luke Ward. Cheers, buddy. And on the 3rd attempt of the paint just going wrong, I just thought, I've had enough of this. Absolutely had enough. And this was quite a big turning point for me. What it was, there's a red, white, blue fade. And the white's a decal and it fades into the blue. First time I did it, it went great. I masked it all up, sprayed it perfect, colour went down great, red and blue. I then had to feather the edges of the step of the paint where it had been masked. Thought I got that perfect, great, nice and smooth. Paint was great. Put the decal on, you can see the step right in the middle of it. It looked terrible. You'll see that through the 2K on the decal from a mile away. So, okay, I thought, right, let's get the decal off. I folded one side back, which you can do if you're careful. Sanded it flat, went back down, not too bad at all. Second one, as soon as I picked it back up, it tore and it wrecked the decal. I was like, oh, God, right, okay. So I asked on the Facebook page, and Luke very kindly sent me a spare set of decals. So I thought, right, we'll mask it differently this time. We'll take the paint to each other, so there's no white gap. We'll have one step we can feather really easily, and it should fade through, no problem at all. That worked great until I completely burned through the paint. Sanded it back, and I was like, oh my God. So second time we stripped it down. Mr. Hobby level and thinner, which I do have a video of somewhere. It's in amongst a whole 64 gigs worth of footage from that build, which is going to be wasted now. So, third time lucky, I thought, right, okay, what should we do? It's that step that's causing an issue for the decal. So let's get rid of the white decal, we'll paint the white on, and just put the decal on separately instead. We did that, it looked absolutely terrible, and I sat there and thought, I am bored of this kit, this paint job, and thinking about it, I thought, you know what? for a long time, I've not enjoyed building the bikes at all. I love the bikes. I love MotoGP. I love the prototype machines. They're amazing, 300 horsepower, absolutely ridiculously powerful bikes. And from an engineering standpoint, they are phenomenal things. Absolutely amazing. I love building them. I really, really do. And as I said, I've got a few in the display case I am very, very proud of. Some of my best work by far. But building them frustrates me way too much. If something goes wrong, or if I have any problems at all, it really does get to me and lowers my mojo. And the problem is, I've had so many problems with decals, the terrible Munster bike with the reactions to the 2K, which was crazy, decals going wrong, things going wrong. It's just put pressure on the bikes like you wouldn't believe, to the point I'm afraid of making mistakes, and because of that I make more mistakes. So I thought, I've had enough of this. I'm done building bikes, and I'm going to get rid of them all. So you remember I had a big pile of bikes there now, it's all replaced with Lego. As you can see, I went on a spending spree. I sat there, I listed every item, and within 6 hours, probably 80% of it had all gone. They're worth quite a bit of money as well, so I did quite well out of it without sounding too big-headed. I bought a few more watches and a lot of Lego, let's just say that. And they've all gone. They've all gone to a new home, new future, and I've got them out of my way, out of my hair, and it's done. So, there'll be no more video builds of bikes at all. The 5-blade will not be getting done. Like I say, I've got a whole episode for that filmed, but it's not getting released because it's just an absolute, sorry to swear, shitstorm, and it's not getting released. The RC213 we started to build last year, that is gone too. We're not doing that. I am sorry. It's just done. There's no fun in it for me at all. It's sapping my mojo. It's even going as far as affecting my mental health. It's not good. It's just really ruining the hobby for me. So that is that. Now, not all is lost. I have kept a couple of the kits. I've kept a couple of ones I really love and wanted to build. I love these Honda 211s. Especially this Valencia Repsol. It's Repsol. Rossi bike. So we kept this. I've got a fork set. A few little detail of bits and bobs in there for it. So should the mood catch me at a later date, I'll build that. I also kept another Rossi bike. We kept the Yamaha YZR M1 Valencia again, 50th anniversary. And we have also kept another load of bits and bobs as well. You can't see it, but yeah, I kept fork set and a few of the aftermarket bits in there for it. And if the mood catches me, I got them, and I don't have to go searching around and pay ridiculous money for them, because these things are worth a fortune now. They're upwards of £100 each, and you remember how many I had? That's a lot of money sat there, frustrating me. If I don't build them, I'll move them on. They go up in value all the time, so it's a win-win for me. It's not a problem at all. But if the situation arises, I can go back and build them. So that's it. No more bike builds from me. So I'm probably going to, if I keep getting pestered on the 213, I'm going to end up taking the videos down. Hopefully I don't, and I might try and edit them and put a note in there or something on the screen or the description that this video build's not ended. Please watch this video for an explanation. But yeah, so joking aside, we're done with that. So that's that out of the way. So, what are we going to continue with? We will continue the car builds, the video builds. I love those. They're nice and quick and simple. I've got that down to a fine art, those builds now. No problem at all. So the car video builds will continue. I think the armour ones will as well, because I really enjoyed that too. So you are still going to see video builds from me. I've got reviews to do, including, very excitingly, this that came out last week. The Metro 6R4 from Belkits. We've got both these in stock at UMP, if you want one. So there'll be a review of that probably next week at some point. And that's that. So I don't just build cars and bikes now. I build cars and tanks. And maybe an aeroplane. We'll see about that one. I've still got the P38, it's under there. But I just needed to get almost this monkey off my back of these damn bikes. I enjoy them so much. I really do enjoy them. I can't ride them. I'm always been a big bloke. Way too big for riding bikes like that. But I appreciate the machines. They are phenomenal machines. So it's a bit of a shame to do it. And it was quite heart-wrenching to get rid of them. But it is what it is. They're gone now. I can move on. That means we can move on with builds and more videos. I can get bench updates. I love these bench updates. Me chatting rubbish to you lot on camera, I enjoy it immensely. So that is the plan. We'll stick with the car builds. We'll get this NSX out of the way. I'm going to then build for me. Might not be a video build, but the next build will be for me, and it's probably going to be another Escort Cosworth in the dual violet colour, which is the beautiful purple colour. So yes, there's that. Now, the other thing I've done as well, I've sold a load of built models out of the display case to make room in there. I sold a few on eBay, and then quite impromptu sold my 2005 Subaru because, well, I got an offer I couldn't refuse for it. So they're winging their way to their new owner. So onwards and upwards, what are we going to do in the future? Well, like I say, car builds, tank builds will continue. We'll get back to that Volt GT4 when we get the decals. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but that's a definite. We will get back to those. I'm going to finish the NSX because that's coming along really well. I think one more part after part 3 we should be done. Like I say, I did the Escort. Whether a video build it, I don't know. I think we did the blue one, didn't we? Yes, we won't video build it. But we'll pick another subject after that and crack on with it. So as I said, I bought loads of Lego. I love Lego, as you know. I've not had room for a lot of the kits I wanted. The shelf is empty there now where the bikes were. I'm going to utilise that. So I bought the new Lamborghini, the Chiron, Bugatti Chiron, the other 911 GT, whatever the hell it is, the white and black one. I bought the Ultimate Collector Series Star Wars A-Wing. I've got old helmets. In fact, I built one last night. There's the TIE Fighter one. They are very, very cool kits, and they're going to live up there. I have more room in here now for the Lego, so I'm going to utilise that. I've got the Iron Man helmet, the Stormtrooper, the TIE Fighter one. I've already got the Boba Fett one up there, as you can see. And yeah, we bought some of them. So the money's gone to a good cause. Yeah, James has been spoilt as well, so it's good. It's good. So that is that off my chest. We can move on a bit now, put it behind us, and if you can, please don't joke about where the bike builds are, because whilst it is funny, it does also get annoying after a while. I'm talking to you out there, you know who you are. And there we are. Right, I've got nothing else to show, so if you want to stick around, we'll have a little chat about the aquarium, because everybody always asks about it. I've not shown it in weeks. And that is that. So like I say, we will be back with the end of the NSX video soon, and we will start another one very soon afterwards. Right, so here we go. It's gone absolutely mental, this thing. We bought water lettuce for the surface to replace the duckweed, because the duckweed is just nuts. Absolutely crazy stuff. It grows so rapidly, it just overtakes the surface before we know it. So I bought the water lettuce. You can see it float at the top with the long roots. We literally bought 6 pieces, and we've got about 30 now. It's multiplied like you wouldn't believe. The roots I had to trim the other day, because if we were to put this picture up, the roots were huge, absolutely massive, because what it's doing is absorbing all those extra nutrients out of the water, which in turn is helping the ecosystem bounce. So that's the idea of the floating plants. So also, it reduces some of the light and helps keep algae in control. And it's come out really well. The shrimp are doing fantastic. We're being swamped with our yellow clear hybrids that we've got in there now. We've lost some of the yellows. They've kind of bred themselves into this weird clear yellow colour. So there are hundreds of those. The reds, there's not as many as there were, but we've got more red rillies, which are the red, white and clear ones. So I think we're going to buy some more cherries to get some more reds in there. But they're breeding well. All of a sudden, the assassin snail, which I will show you because he's actually out, which he very rarely is, he's right there at the front. Let me see if we can get it to focus. No, okay, we'll catch him on the phone instead. Yeah, everybody's doing really well in there. The plants are thriving. We put the other light back on now because we turned it off because we had a bit of an algae outbreak. But we kind of got that under control now, I think. Plants are doing well. The snails are still eating some of the plants as they go into, but it needs regularly trimming. I did a huge trim of it about a week ago because it just grows literally like wildfire. It's immense how fast it grows. My levels are all perfect. Ammonia 0, nitrite 0, nitrate is 0 because it just uses everything up. pH is about 7.2. The KH is about 5, I think it is, 3 or 5, I forget which one it is. The GH is a bit high, which is the general hardness, and I'm putting that down to some of the supplements I put in for the shrimp. So I'm going to have to get some reverse osmosis water, which is purer water, to bring that level down a bit. But overall, thriving. The fish doing well. Everyone's very happy, and I love this thing. It's a year old in September. Next month It's a year old and it's still thriving to this day. It gets a weekly water top up when it goes low like it is now, and then every other week after that it gets a full 6 litre water change with the supplements put in for the shrimp, and then we put all the plant fertilizers in. CO2 is still being used. It's a very rudimentary CO2 system, but it works very, very well. And yeah, it works and does a great job. And it's very therapeutic to look at. So I'd highly recommend it to anybody. Ecosystem works perfect. Anybody tell you it doesn't. It just takes a bounce and knowing what you're doing to get it to work great. So there we go, that's enough waffle from me. We will be back very soon. I'll get part 3 of that NSX build up early next week. Hope to do the Metro 6R4 review next week as well. And crack on, get some modelling done, push through it, and crack on and enjoy where I enjoy building, which more than anything is cars. And add more content, get more interest, have a laugh, have some fun, and move on from this complete abomination. I just realised my lights aren't on. There we go, that's better. And yeah, let's get away from this mental block and start enjoying the hobby again. That is for sure. So there we go. Thanks for watching today. As always, check out International Scale Model Facebook page and forum, umpretail.com. You can get all the products I use and kits and washes, thinners, primers, paint, everything from us. Myself and Lee, come and support us. Check out my Paul SM Facebook page for all my personal and modelling work. The Live at the Bench page and Off Air Hangout group for all our Off Air Hangouts and the live show, which will be back as well. We've not done a couple of those because just not been feeling up to it. But we'll be next week, and we'll be back in the morning for a few hours as well. Sunday morning is our new time now. I think we're going to stick to Sunday mornings, leave the weekdays free because it eats into my videoing time and modelling time. So Sunday mornings, every week, 9:30 for a couple of hours at least, we'll be live, as well as Friday evenings as well. If you sat for all this waffle, excellent. Put number 10 in the comments down below, and we'll see you stuck around till the end. And as always, if you comment or leave anything down below, questions, I always answer you. I'm about a week behind at the minute. I need to go back through and catch up. And please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell notification to get notified of all our latest videos. I'll catch you next time. Hopefully Warwick's not hiding behind my chair again. And we shall see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.